welcome to Living Room Theater. It's me, Kesa, and I'm a little nervous about today's video. So this is part 3 of our 3-part stage fright series, and today we're going to continue to talk about stage fright, and we're going to play a little game that will hopefully help us start to let it go. But before we do that, what is stage fright? If you've been paying attention at all, you know by now that it isn't in fact the fear of stages or curtains falling from the sky, but rather it is the feeling of fear and nervousness and anxiousness that you get before you perform in front of people. So the biggest thing that people are usually afraid of when they say that they have stage fright is failing. And the truth is, failing to some extent is pretty inevitable. We are all going to eventually try something in our lives that we are going to fail at. But that doesn't mean that we should stop trying. We should absolutely keep trying, because along the way we will also have successes and we'll have fun and we'll make friends and we'll see other positive outcomes. It's really important that we know that failing is survivable, so that when we do inevitably fail, we know that it's normal and not something to be ashamed of. So today we are going to do some failing. We're going to practice because failing can be really hard. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to stand up and pretend that you're standing on a stage. This could just be in your living room or bedroom or wherever you may be. And then, if you followed along with part 1 of the stage fright series that we're on right now, you can imagine the silly audience creatures populating the audience in front of you. You can even grab your drawings and put them there as reference. If you did the second stage fright video, part 2, I'm going to ask you to invite your stage fright to sit in the audience with the other silly creatures, and you can even put your drawing of your stage fright right there. If you haven't done part 1 or part 2 of the stage fright series yet, that's totally okay. You don't need to proceed with this game today, but they can be pretty fun, so maybe check them out later. All right, let's get up and I'll explain the game. All right, great. So now that we're on our imaginary stage with our imaginary audience in front of us, populated with the silly creatures that we invented, and your stage fright is sitting amongst them and not with you on stage, I am going to give you some impossible or nearly impossible tasks. And your job is to give it your absolute best try. So even though these may seem completely impossible to execute, you still have to try your hardest. Prove me wrong. See if you can actually do these and succeed instead of fail. I'm not going to give you very long to try them before we move on to your next task. When you probably do end up failing, I'm going to give you a huge round of applause, because failing is good and failing is hard and failing should be rewarded. Then you're going to move on to do your next task. And let me just tell you right now that you're not going to have a ton of time to complete each one before we move on. All right, I'll go first with our first task so you can watch, but make sure that you give me a round of applause when I fail. So, I promise I have nothing prepared. The first impossible task is create my own knock-knock joke in 15 seconds. Okay, so we'll start the timer. Ready, set, go. Knock knock. Who's there? Alphabet. Alphabet who? Alphabet you. Oh, no. Okay, I failed. I had no idea what I was saying. It wasn't a good joke. It made no sense, but let's give me a round of applause. Awesome. Okay, now it is your turn. So, your first task to perform is creating and performing your own original knock-knock joke that you make up on the spot, but you only have 15 seconds, just like I just did. Okay, on your mark, get set, go! Awesome, great job, you failed. Give yourself a round of applause. Okay, moving right along, I'm going to play a melody and you are going to have to sing it, repeat it exactly as you heard it. Okay, ready, set, go. Okay, now sing, go. Awesome. Awesome, congratulations, you have failed. Okay, moving right along, close your eyes, stand on your left foot, and try to touch your right toe to your nose. You have 10 seconds, go. Awesome job, you definitely failed that one. Give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, next up, you have 3 seconds to recite the entire alphabet. Ready, set, go. Awesome job, great work, you failed. Okay, your next impossible task, you only have 15 seconds and you have to figure out how to sit down safely without bending your knees. Okay, ready, set, go. Yes, awesome job, you failed. All right, moving right along, you have 5 seconds to lick your elbow. Go. Amazing, amazing work, you failed again. Okay, next up, say the words living room theater in German. Go for it. Amazing work, everyone, amazing work. Your final impossible task is stand still and levitate or float above the ground, okay? You have 20 seconds. Remember, give it your all and actually try. Go! Yes! Yes, congratulations! You failed! Honestly, awesome job. You failed, and failing can be really, really hard. But you failed and you survived to fail again another day. I sincerely hope that you continue to celebrate not just your successes, but also your failures, and start to hopefully begin to work away some of that stage fright. If you had fun today or found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and if you could, send this video to a friend. And finally, from my living room to yours, let's make some theater.